Hi there. Thanks so much for watching. This is my first, my first live video in my office at my new house. And I'm super excited to share with you some things that I've been learning about practicing gratitude. You know, as a coach, I have to do personal development, which means I need to read and listen to books that will kind of uplift me, teach me something new, or just kind of make my skills that I already have just more defined and make me a better person, because if I'm not a good person, then I can't coach others to be a good person, right? So I have been practicing personal development for a couple of years now. And what I've learned through the books that I've read and the audibles that I've listened to is a lot of successful people do the same thing. And you'll notice that success leaves clues. And one of the things that they do is they practice a morning routine. And I won't go into that too much because I have done a separate video on morning routines and how important I think they are just to get your day started right and to get your mind right. But I wanted to talk to you about one piece of my morning routine that I think is extremely important. And it's something that I have to practice every day. It does not come naturally to me. It is not easy, and it's not something that I wake up and immediately think of. It's something that I need to remind myself to do by some of the clues I've left around my house. And that is practicing gratitude. For a long time, I always saw life as the glass half empty. I was always looking at things in a negative view, like I had negative sunglasses on, and every time I looked at a situation, it was just negative, and I couldn't seem to find the good in anything. And so I knew that needed to change, especially when life would hit, rock bottom and something really crappy would happen, and I would just kind of look around and be like, holy cow, look at all these amazing things that are going on in my life. Look at all the things I can be grateful and happy for, and not focus on this one negative thing. But then 3 days later, that would fade and I'd start looking at things negatively again. So when I got into coaching, I knew that was something I needed to work on. I needed to work on positive mindset and being grateful for what I did and do have. So I've tried a few things along the years, and I want to show you a couple journals that I've used, but ultimately what has worked is very, very simple, and that might be what works for you, or you might need something else. So my first thing that I do is I set a reminder on my phone daily, a couple times a day, and specific times of the day where I know I'm going to be free, and it can either say, think of something you're grateful for, send a text message to someone you're grateful for, or write in your journal, just depending on what type of day it is. I set it as a reminder on my phone, a repeating reminder, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And that triggers a reminder to me to either think of something I'm grateful for, and it's just thinking about it. Anything that I'm grateful for. The fact that we have watermelon in the house, I'm super grateful for right now. Or sending a text message to someone I'm grateful for. I like to do that a couple times a day, and really I have people that cross my mind every day, and I'll either send them a Facebook message or a text message just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. Just wanted to say thanks so much. Last week I really appreciated you getting coffee with me, or I really appreciated you commenting on my last photo. Whatever it may be, I'm sending out gratefulness and thankfulness. That energy, guys, is like a boomerang. Immediately when I send that out, I get it right back. And it just puts me in such a good mood. There is a lot of crappy things that happen on a day-to-day basis, whether you're in it or you're seeing it or someone you love is going through it. There's so much crap crowding our minds and our world. And if we don't find something that we're grateful for, we can get suckered in. And I was stuck and suckered into this, tornado of negativity for so long. And finally I was able to break through some practices that I've developed. So I've gotten a few journals from friends and family throughout the years trying to see what worked. I do like to journal. I like to write out my thoughts and kind of, put it all on paper. So I've gotten this journal before. It's called the Instant Happy Journal. It's 365 days. So you'd write in it every day. It didn't work for me, so I'm going to show you a blank page. And basically it tells you, it either has a quote or a story or something for you to be grateful for, and then you just write like a blurb right underneath. I think this worked for about a month. It did not stick with me. And I don't know why, it's just something I did not like doing. The next thing I got was a Growing in Grace devotional journal. This one worked for a little bit longer. This one worked for about 4 months last year. And then I got a new job and it didn't work for me anymore because this one took a little bit of time. So I think this one would have worked for me if I would have done it maybe at night, but this is a really good one if you're faith-based. This is just Growing in Grace devotional journal. I really like this one. And then I just got a blank journal from my coach thinking that this might help. So I carried this around in my purse for a long time and I would just write when I needed to. And that worked for about a week because my purse got really heavy. So then I left it at home and didn't write in it. So you'll notice you have to find what works for you. You know, if it is taking out your notepad on your phone and just writing out things you're grateful for, that's what you need to do. But making sure you get that energy, that positive energy out, and it will come back to you. So what works for me today is a super small locked journal, a Jesus Calling devotional book, and my Bible. I guess I can show you, but you all know what a Bible looks like. And that's what's worked for me right now. It's going to take some time for you to figure out what works for you, but ultimately you have to choose something that is going to be easy for you to do. So I keep this by my nightstand. It's something I do before bed. Chris knows I'm doing it. You know, the dog knows I'm doing it. Like, it's just something I do every night. And it's weird if I don't do it because then I'm just calling it to bed and going to sleep. So find something that's going to give you a trigger to do it, whether this is, you know, laid out by your coffee or, you know, across your sink in your bathroom, whatever it may be. Put it somewhere where it triggers you to do it, because this is going to take some practice. We're not used to doing this. But trust me when I say it's going to come back to you tenfold. Guys, I've gotten so many messages and comments about why, you know, me and my coaches are so happy and so positive. It's not because it comes naturally, and it's not because we have awesome rainbow butterfly lives. It's because we practice gratitude and we practice being thankful every single day, and that energy comes back to us. So we're able to be more positive people. So I hope this helped. If you guys have any questions about the journals that I've had, I'd love to, you know, share with you more about that. Any feedback you have on this video. So thanks for watching.